and welcome back to our channel. Today I'm actually really excited to film this video. I have a different topic that I've done before and it's something that I'm very passionate about. To start from the beginning, I have 10 different points to basically have a improved mindset. Tip number 1, it's to listen to motivational compilations. So I actually became very obsessed with YouTube compilations, specifically like the motivational speakers, motivational clips from movies, everything that's just been like combined together and put up on YouTube. Listening to this in the morning while I did my makeup or on my way to work, all day nonstop, you find yourself just like talking to yourself and always either complaining about yourself or about your situation. I highly recommend listening to those kind of compilations. Tip number 2 is to listen or read inspiring and good educational content through podcasts or books. I guess I learn through audio really well, which is why the compilations worked for me and why podcasts have also been powerful for me. If you prefer reading and you learn a lot better through reading, then there's definitely some really good books that I recommend. So I'm just gonna list like my top 3 or 4 podcasts that I've listened to for the past 2 to 3 years that have really helped me. The first one that I found was the Gary Vee podcast of the Gary Vee audio experience. Very much so, like the value that I've received from him is perspective, a lot of perspective I've received from him. The second podcast that's been very helpful is Impact Theory by Tom Bilyeu. A vast variety of different people in different industries that are at like the top of their industries, and it's insanely helpful and interesting to hear their perspectives and ideas, so I highly recommend that one as well. The third one is the Gold Digger podcast with Jenna Kutcher. Okay, so Jenna Kutcher's podcast is mostly about business. She also has some really great tips just on overall like how to crush things and be a woman in business. So if you are a female and you are interested in just like any kind of business or writing a book or anything like blogging, she talks about all of that and it's very cool. Now on to tip number 3. Prove to yourself that you are in control of your life. Corey and I actually completely changed our life by quitting our jobs, leaving our apartment, and living nomadically for a few months abroad. We did nothing, had nothing that was the same other than each other. We were able to have an outside perspective on how our life was and what was actually holding us back in our previous life. It was very eye-opening because we were able to then choose the things that served us and then get rid of the things that didn't. We came back, had a lot more gratitude for the things that we had, and we also felt a lot more in control because we knew exactly where we wanted to live, what we wanted to be doing, the things that we wanted to have to help us do those things. Maybe it doesn't have to be that drastic for you, but doing something that really proves to you that you are in control of what's happening with your life, whether it's your job or where you live or who you live with or your friends. You are in control of all of these things, even though maybe you're in a situation where you feel like you aren't. Another thing that's been very helpful is reaching out to people. When Corey and I were abroad and we wanted to stay at really nice resorts, we basically asked for what we wanted. Give them a lot of value, but also receiving what we wanted to. All you have to do is just go grab what you want. It's sitting right there for you. You just have to take it. Tip number 4, evaluate your beliefs. All of them. Evaluating the beliefs that you have over certain things, like your belief about the meaning of failure or the meaning of effort, and evaluating if they are healthy or helpful kind of belief. And if they're not, then that's an opportunity for you to switch that belief into something that serves you and something that helps you grow as a person. This is something that I honestly haven't done a lot of thought over, but now that I'm thinking about it, the moments that my life has shifted the most are the moments where I change the story that I'm telling or my own belief patterns and my beliefs about things. Tip number 5 is exercise. It's your body. Like your body creates a lot of endorphins when you exercise, whether it's yoga or running or cardio or weights or whatever, anything that gets your blood pumping. Absolutely crazy. The types of helpful benefits from exercise as well as emotional benefits. It's really part of my identity that I do hard things and that I do things that are uncomfortable for my own benefit. I always feel amazing afterwards, and it has really helped shape my identity and my mindset. All right, tip number 6 is meditation. Now, if you haven't tried meditation, that's totally fine. Definitely recommend doing this. For me personally, it brings me to a very calm and tranquil and grounded place, and that really just lets me become more aware of my negative thoughts and beliefs that don't help me. You're supposed to go to a place where you don't think of anything. If a thought comes in, you allow it, and it's really a practice of not resisting and just allowing things to be, allowing yourself to be the way that you are, and it really opens up your awareness of yourself and what's going on in your mind. Step number 8, binaural beats. So listening to any kind of binaural beats is very, very interesting. I listen to a lot of like the Chill Vibes playlist on Spotify, and then there is a Focus playlist on Spotify, which is very helpful. Actually, I don't know if binaural beats is actually on Spotify. I haven't looked, but I have been listening to the YouTube versions, and there's a lot available on YouTube. They're very interesting. It says it's an auditory illusion, so it has 2 different sound waves going, like one different sound wave going into each ear and playing at different hertz. Even meditating to it is very cool, or listening to it when you want to focus or calm down. I will actually leave a few of my favorite ones in the comment box or in the description box below if you're interested. Tip number 9 for improving your mindset. I'm gonna kind of use a few of the concepts from the book Mindset by Carol S. Dweck. It talks a lot about the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. So this book points out that our beliefs are the key to our happiness and our misery. It's our beliefs and our interpretation of what things mean that will give us either a healthy outlook on life or a negative and like non-serving outlook on life. Any kind of thing that we're attaching a meaning to directly impacts our mindset, and is what a lot of this book talks about. Someone with a fixed mindset places very strong labels and meanings to events or things, and someone with a growth mindset would then interpret those same things differently. So say you're a student and spend all this time, you take this test, you finally get the results in, and the results are that you failed. Someone with a fixed mindset in this scenario would think, I'm stupid, like I can't do this, I obviously am not good at this, I might as well just give up. Someone with a growth mindset would go through that same experience, and instead of labeling themselves as stupid, they ask themselves questions. They dig in and they say, okay, what went wrong? How can I improve? What am I supposed to learn? Is there a different method? It's never a place or an interpretation of something that's fixed or final. Everything can always be changed, and you are the one who can instigate that change. This is also the basics of what cognitive therapy is about. Interpretations of events and things is really what gives your like core perspective on life and about who you are in this world. Cognitive therapy actually breaks down all of those events and helps you see how you can interpret them differently. Tip number 10 is to find meaning in your life. What is that reason that's helping you get up in the morning? What is your purpose here? Like, what are you doing? What are your goals? What is fulfilling to you? If you have answers to this, and this is often not the case, I personally am going through a huge search on my own personal purpose and meaning to what I'm doing here, and I think that this is so empowering to know exactly if your goals will align with your like larger mission in life. Being able to know why you're doing what you're doing is so important to having a good outlook on life and a good positive growth mindset. So I hope that these 10 tips have been super helpful. I know there's a lot of other things that can help your mindset, so if you have any other ideas, please leave them in the comments below. Let me know if this was interesting or helpful. Make sure to give this video a like if you liked it, and I will see you in the next one.